and I have recently changed my name. So if you do watch my videos, it will no longer have the title of Victoria Violets Tarot. I have changed my channel's name to Ella's Ancient Ways Tarot, which is pretty much my old name when I ran my Botanica. If you don't know what a Botanica is, in English, it's where you sell herbs and oils and candles and other spiritual things, tools, right? Crystals. And so I decided to go back to using that name because of the fact that, well, now I can use, you know, my real name and I can present myself to the world and to you guys. And I just feel really good about, you know, making that change. And I hope you will decide to stay with me. And for the new people, you know, that maybe will be attracted to my channel, what my channel is about is not only readings and your horoscopes or astrological signs, planetary alignments. I try to do my homework before posting because I'm human, having a human experience just like you guys, and I want to make sure that whatever I put out there content-wise is going to benefit you somehow. So, for example, the series that I've been discussing are, excuse me, let me straighten myself out here, are more about like crystal children and star children that are really, really young to the millennial age. And then, of course, the indigos that are tail end baby boomers and older that came before everybody else decided. When I say decided, I mean the collective, I mean universe, universal energies, God, goddesses, that decided to impart the crystals and the star children with activated powers that they didn't really have to work as hard as we indigos did because they already came activated. So their ability, for example, just to give a synopsis of their psychic abilities and their ability to read cards and whatnot. That's why, again, why you see such an explosion on YouTube and elsewhere, because they already came activated, so they didn't have to do all the legwork. Which, okay, I'm not agreeing with envy here. I don't mind that we had to come and learn as we went on how to first be human, and then also how to live a human experience while having these gifts that we have to learn to understand, and then you learn how to utilize and how to impart with the world, right, with the rest of the world, for blessings, for healings, and for empathy. I was born an empath, by the way. I was born a psychic medium, empath / clairvoyant, and I'm happy to be doing this with you guys. And, you know, I did an introductory video where I introduced who I really was, my real name. And I just wanted to share with you that that the day of the 29th, I actually had an interview that I went to. So not only do I have a fabulous job where people treat me really well, and I'm very happy because I lived 2 years, well, actually I lived 5 years of misery working with the private industry, and I put up with a lot of BS, and that was due to, you know, you've got to get through life, you've got to pay bills, you've got to do what you got to do, you know, put your big girl, big boy pants on and just get to walking, like they said. You know, you just got to do what you do, and that's the way, that's what reality is, right? However, I had been praying for the universe to open up my storehouse of all the beautiful and positive energies and gifts and whatnot that had been stored up for me. And I invite you to pray the same, you know, let it be your mantra, if you will. And so I just wanted to also let you know that I did change my YouTube channel to my name, which is short for Elaine. It's Ella. So it's Ella's Ancient Tarot, Ella's Ancient Ways Tarot, which was my Botanica's name. And I'm glad to be using that name again. It resonates with me, and it makes me feel happy to be able to be doing this spiritual work again. And I hope that you will enjoy my channel in the coming months and years. And I will hope wholeheartedly that you will embrace my channel and that you would grace it with your company and that you would tell others about the channel. And I'm very open to whatever it is that, you know, you would like for me to discuss. Maybe it's something you'd like to learn more about, and maybe you'd like me to expound upon that particular subject or topic. And I'm very open. Put it in the comments. What I have noticed is that I have a lot of views, but I don't have any comments. So give me some feedback, because that's the only way that I'm going to know how to give you what you're needing as a I don't want to say audience. It's so like, vulgar. As a family, as my YouTube family, tell me what you need, because otherwise I'll keep making videos on what I think you may need, and then maybe they do, or maybe they won't resonate with you. And my goal is, again, I didn't have a teacher. My archangels that were my guides were my teachers, but there was nobody here on earth that was my teacher. So my goal through this channel and through my life work in general is to advance as many people, to help as many individuals, life forms along the way, to get where you need to be, and also so that your journey doesn't have to be such hard and so many hardships, or so many, you know, why is this way, why do I do this that way, or why does this happen to me, or why do I see this, or why can I see that, or what does this mean? That's what I'm here for. So take advantage of me as a conduit, as a vessel. Take advantage of me as a guru, as a teacher, as a sensei, whatever you want to call me, a guide. Take advantage and use of this video channel on YouTube, and write to me and express to me what you're experiencing or what you'd like to know. And I will do my utter best to guide you, to give you information, because I like to call it information, on how to get past whatever it is that you're going through. Because after all, that's what this is about. You know, we that believe in the Goddess Mother believe in this way, that, you know, there is a maiden, and then there's the mother, and then there's the crone. And at each stage and level, we should be either, you know, friend, right? Friends share wisdoms. Mothers share love and warmth. And then crones, grandmothers, or just seniors, or I like to call it experienced people plus, right? Because experienced people to me are anything between maybe, you know, 40 to maybe 65-year-old. And then after that, it's senior plus, to where they have a lot more wisdom because they've lived a lot longer and seen much more, right, in life in general. And I invite anybody that has either the ability to go to a nursing home or to experience your grandparents or even somebody else's grandparents, to experience them, because I did not get to do that at the end of my grandmother's life that I talked about early on in another video. And I didn't get to ask her questions about her childhood, about, you know, her experience in life. You know, she was born in 1901 and she lived to be 84 years old. So I could have learned so much more. But when she passed, I was in Germany and I didn't get to talk to her and have, you know, those last conversations. So even with people that are younger in your life, you know, have those conversations and share openly your experience with the younger people, our younger generations. And younger generations, I do ask you to please have empathy, not sympathy, like, oh, you poor thing, you're so old. No, have empathy. We're going to discuss that in other videos. Like I said, I want to do series. And so back to the reveal of what happened on the 29th. So I had been wanting for 17 years, but maybe I didn't have the courage to apply, or I just did not, maybe it was not the right time. Synchronicities, I really believe there are no coincidences. I really do believe that God always has a plan, even when we think that God, Goddess is holding back gifts. It's not that, it's that there's a time frame. And so because there's a time frame, it's not working when we want it. It's not coming when we feel like we want it right now. Sometimes special gifts are held for us for when they feel like there's balance in your life, you're ready, you're mature enough to handle this big gift, etc. Responsibility is another word. And so I just wanted to let you guys know I will be working my weekends and my evenings. I will be working for a place that I wanted to work for 17 years. And it finally came to pass. I got a message yesterday. I got a phone call, and I thought I had my phone on off, you know, because I was in the office and I'm not supposed to have my phone on, and it rang in front of my boss, and my boss is the owner. And so I said, oh, I'm so sorry, please excuse me. And I walked out, and lo and behold, it was the lady who runs a place here in San Antonio called Unlimited Thoughts Enrichment Center. So I'm going to be a reader there, and tarot reader, as well as I'll be a teacher there. So I'll be able to impart my series, you know, with people, light workers, and maybe, you know, starting from the crystals, the star children, all the way up to indigos. And I'm just tickled pink. I mean, I'm so excited that this little girl that has no experience whatsoever when it comes to technology is able to share these videos with you and life experiences with you. Because as I said in the video that I posted, and I actually filmed that in June. I filmed that video that was on the perch and when I found the turtle. And I asked you guys to flow like water, to give your energy the opportunity to shift, to change, so that positives can come back and the balance can come back into your life again, was due to the fact that, like I said, I dwelled in astrology because I do believe that the charts are maybe off, you know, some of the folks are off by days, like few days here or 2 days there. But in general, when they were all saying pretty much the same thing. So then I do my homework and I come back and I give you that information, so you know what's happening. And then I follow up with the tarot reading to match it up and see if, you know, how much more information can I give to you, or how much information the tarot is giving me, the cards are giving me as a message as to how to navigate that difficult or negative period, right? And so that's what this channel is all about. It's not about ego. It's not about look at me. I did want to change it to my name because it resonates more. I mean, I loved the name Victoria Violet, and the other thing was that friends were telling me, hey, when we're looking for you, we're actually finding someone else, and that's not you. So I changed the name as well for that reasoning, because I don't want any confusion, and I also, you know, I want to be me. And that's the whole purpose at this point in my life, is that I'm free to be who I am. I'm free to be, you know, the indigo self that I am, and I'm proud to have manifested in a life form at this time. I really feel that light workers, or whatever you want to call yourself, healers, spiritual beings that hold, you know, a certain vibration, that we're here at this time period specifically for a really good reason. And I'll be doing more videos in reference to that. So I hope that my light workers, even if you're already on a channel, even if you already have your own channel, I hope you will, you know, experience my channel. And because I learn from other people. I learn from other people on YouTube. I learned that maybe they're my compass, because what they're thinking or what they're expressing matches what I'm putting out content wise, or whatever it is that their vibes. I can feel their vibes, and I can feel whether they're good vibes, or I don't want to say, let's say negative vibes. Or I'm going to give you for example, I had talked about Rick Levine, which is an astrologer. He's like over my head, but I get the gist of it, and he's super accurate. You know, he's a master at his craft. He's been at it for like 30 years, right? Recently, I started watching someone by the name of the Leo King. Pardon me. Sorry, I had something that was like bothering me. He's brutal. The Leo King, he's totally just astrology. He doesn't do tarot. He's brutal, but he's dead on. But he's no filter. He's brutal. So if you want to watch him, you need to take it with a grain of salt, because he's brutal. Someone that I loved to watch, because she's the sweetest thing, and she imparted with her audience, with her YouTube family, wisdom, knowledge in astrology, excuse me, which was Kelly Rosano. And the funny thing was, when I posted the video, not even 30 minutes later, I found a video on her that she was no longer going to be doing astrological type of videos, that she was going to be doing classes strictly. So there's been a lot of people that have influenced me, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm trying not to be shy, and I'm trying to get out of my introverted self and be an extrovert. You know, sometimes, let me just give you an example. We have readings, right? We have a reading, and we're like, no, they're just not meshing with me. No, everything they're saying is BS, or it's just not true, or whatever. What I've encountered, and gratefully, and I am grateful, in the last 25 or so years that I've been doing this for the general public, I've only encountered twice. No, what you're telling me is just not resonating. It's not me. I don't know who you're picking up on. One time, a group of sisters came into my shop when I had my botanica, and one of the sisters was kind enough to come back about 2 weeks later, and she said, I want to apologize for the way my baby sister behaved. You hit her hard with the news about my parents' divorce, and yeah, they actually are filing for a divorce after 40 years of marriage, and my dad was cheating. And so that was like a bittersweet, because you want to be accurate. That's the whole point. You want to be on point, right? And these are general readings on YouTube, but I was doing them face to face. And so sometimes Spirit gives you unpleasant things that you have to impart with people. I don't sugarcoat my readings. I don't. I want to be spicy and happy and jolly and stuff. And so when I do have something positive to impart, you're going to feel it, because I will let you know that it's coming and it's great. But when it's something serious, or when it's something that is something that you just need that knowledge, you need that guidance, right? How can I sugarcoat that? I can give you the information, and then I can tell you how you can shift so it doesn't hit you as hard, right? But I'm not going to tell you an untruth just so you can watch my channel. I'm just not that type of person. I've always prided myself on being honest and truthful, and I think that will resonate with you more so than if like Kelly said, you know, Kelly Rosano, she was like, to tell you the truth, I was so depressed because all people wanted to hear was the good stuff. And, you know, I mean, I'm human. I want to hear, oh my God, my relationship is so awesome and it's just going to be fantastic for the next 50 years. But I have to tell you the truth. I can't just tell you, you know, what you want to hear. Because what we want to hear may not be the truth. It may not be what God, Goddess, Spirit, the great I am, is trying to say to you. How about if you want it, I don't know, let's see. I don't know. It's just like if you want to go on a shopping spree and you want to spend $10,000 because you got a credit card, but you have no money in the bank. So why would I do you a disservice and tell you go out and spend those $10,000 that you have on credit, and then you're suffering because you listened to what I said and you're like, but she said I don't have to worry about anything. It's okay. I'm covered. Remember, remember, remember. If you see free, there's always something that you have to give. So, for example, on a positive free, it could be like when you go to the grocery store and they have samples that are for free. Okay, then that's free. All you did was try it. If you wanted to buy it because you were like, oh my God, this is so tasty and phenomenal, or this wine is just grand, I need to have a bottle. Yeah, I'll take it. That'll just be like when, you know, I start doing interactions with you guys on when I go live and I'm saying, okay, I'll give you one answer, ask whatever you want, and I'll give you that one answer, and that's free. I don't expect anything from you. It's absolutely free. Just like, you know, you subscribing to my channel. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything because I'm choosing to spend my time to impart with you whatever Spirit is telling me and guiding me to share with you. But when it's all positive, 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 there's no way. And I'm going to use the card, a major arcana card, which is called the World card, right? And it's also known as the Wheel of Fortune. So today, fortune may smile on me and several others, right, throughout the planet. If you're going through a hard time, then it has to shift so that you can also experience something positive. If life is all about positives, then you get everything, and you know what? What's there to work for? What's there to hope for? What goals do you have? Nothing, because everything just comes to you, poof. There's nothing you need. So then why exist on a human plane? That's the whole ticket right there. That's the whole answer. But we're here to learn. We're here to learn life lessons. So that's the point of, it's almost like the earth. The earth is shifting ever so slightly that when we're walking, we can't feel it, but it's still turning. So that's why I tell you guys, you know, hold on, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and it's aligning. And so right now, the energy is realigning itself. And so guidance that will be coming will be for July through December. Although there's been a lot of unrest and there's been a lot of shifts in our societies and on the whole planet, not just here in America, and not just here in San Antonio, Texas. It's been all over the world. Although that's been occurring, I think that a revolution is trying to take place for the positive, but we do have to be careful on jumping on the bandwagon. Which bandwagon we jump on has to be good for everyone, not just this or that way. It has to be an even keel. And I think Martin Luther King was a very good example of what an even keel was. It wasn't just for one race or religion or creed, it was for all. And so I think that's a positive thing. And as a matter of fact, back in 2017, when I was still in school, working on my associate's degree, I was one of the things that I decided to write on was the 70s, and how there were so many divisions of people. It was like, you know, we had flower children that they didn't believe in war. We had, and I don't believe in war, but if it has to be, just like the Bible says, there's a time for peace and a time for war. I also believe that, you know, we should have a right to choose whether we want to fight or we don't want to fight. Some of us are not pro-fighting or warring, you know, but at the same token, again, there has to be that balance to where there's not anarchy and craziness, because there's a right way to do things. And as I've stated before, through petitions, through signatures, through going to City Hall, to saying, like they've been saying, no more, no more. And, you know, light workers, again, I'm going to be doing videos, and I hope that light workers will, you know, cross-watch, because we really need to step up our game. And that's all I'm going to say for this video. But I did want to just let y'all know that this major dream for this little girl that's been dreaming for 17 years, to be able to teach, to be able to impart, you know, what wisdoms the Arcs have given to me, my uncles. I had to read for 3 masters, okay? I had to read for 3 master readers, etc., whatever their particulars are, that their specialties are. Like, I work with Metatron, right? I'm a Reiki sensei. So I had to do readings for them. And if they were not convinced, then I didn't pass the test and I didn't graduate. And so I graduated and was able to obtain this gig, and I'm so stoked. I'm beyond grateful to the great I am, the God Goddess, that I finally arrived, and I finally know what I am doing as I grew up. It takes a long time sometimes, especially being someone born into being gifted in some way. It is very challenging and turbulent at times, because sometimes your gift is beautiful and blessings and bliss, and you can impart things with people that, you know, they need to know. Other times it's very hard to have a gift of this capacity, because I know that, like Mother Teresa called it, the dark night of the soul. And so when you're taking in everybody's energies and you're absorbing them with your body and your spirit and your soul, you sometimes don't know who you're feeling or what you're feeling, and you have to learn to shield. So again, part of series that I will be doing, but it's been a bumpy ride, dude. It's been a very bumpy ride, but I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to help anybody that's out there that needs direction, guidance, a compass. For those that have gone before me, and for myself and those that'll come after me, a compass, just to know that you're on the right path. So again, I changed my channel, so don't be shocked and surprised that you see Ella's Ancient Ways Tarot. I'm still here, but now this is really me, and I can express myself to you guys the way I've been wanting to express myself. And you can see my face, and you can hear my voice, and you can see that my channel is uniquely now mine. So I'm very happy to have that announcement, because I was like, okay, you know, if the universe says no, you're not doing this, it's not your time, then I was gonna have to, you know, do pouty face and whatnot, and then again put my big girl pants on and keep it walking, keep it going, and find another direction, right? We gotta be like the water. Water carves rock. That's how powerful water is, that it can break down rock. So mountains, be gone. However, like I said, be your mantra, especially for this month and for the next 5 months that are left to this year, that you are open for the universe to give you, to impart with you, to share with you, to let loose that floodgate, that your gifts that have been held back for however many years that you feel they've been held back from you, to that you're willingly accepting with open arms and open hands, to be open to these gifts that are yours. You're not asking for something that's not yours. You're asking for your own gifts that a high power, Gaia, Father, Son, Mother, Moon, whatever you want to call it, you know, has been storing up for you, that they will finally make their ways down to you so that you can enjoy them. So with that, I'm going to play a little bit of this. Like I said, YouTube, I'm not stealing this. I'm just feeling this. So I just want to share a little bit of this with you, and then I'll say, just keeping it real until we see each other again. This is Ella from Ella's Ancient Ways Tarot. I love you guys, and I hope you will continue to share and continue to view my channel and tell others about me. And for cross watchers, I don't mind, because I watch other people. Like I said, Sasha Bonase, I think that's the way you pronounce his name. I really love him. His energy is so positive and beautiful. He's always, he's a little bit crazy, but in a positive way, that he's got this energy that you just wish you could bottle up and sell to someone. So anyway, okay, so I'm gonna put this a little lower so I don't blow your ears out. Let me see if I can do that. A little, yeah, I don't want to blow your ears out, but I'd like to leave you with this, because in my heart, this is the way I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like I did when I was 15, and like everything was beautiful, and I was about to receive the biggest gift ever, and all the possibilities were there. I just had to recognize them. Sometimes, I don't know if you've read this portion of the Bible. I can't remember. I think it was in the book of Tobit, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be mistaken. So anybody out there that knows this scripture, if not, I'll put it in the comment section. I'll find it. I think it was in the book of Tobit, or Tobias, I think it was Tobit, that a man was blind. And so he was told by the angels, I believe it was the angels that told him to get some dirt, make some mud, and put the mud over his eyes, and his sight came back. Sometimes we, not meaningfully, but sometimes we blind our physical eyes and our mental faculties with being overladen. In other words, we're thinking in circles, we're overanalyzing, and we're mulling things over to the point to where can you already swallow because you've chewed it to the point to where there should be nothing left. It should be easy to swallow. But we talk ourselves into all the what if negatives, and we talk ourselves out of all the positives what ifs. What I'm asking of you today is to live for the what ifs. What if I meet the guy of my dreams tomorrow? What if I get the job that I want? You know, the career of a lifetime, like what just happened to me. What if, you know, tomorrow I graduate, I finally, or I get into college, or out of the blue, the car that I've been needing comes. Or like I've had, you know, I had car trouble the last couple days, and after coming back from the ocean and doing my cleansing, and then I have car trouble. It's like, what? But it's okay. Go with the flow. Be like water. Be like water. A friend from work came to pick me up this morning, and she was willing to drop me off. And thankfully, I didn't need, you know, her to do that. But you understand responsibility. The other, you know, video I made on responsibility, she felt responsible for me, and she doesn't know me but a month and a half now. But she was kind enough to impart her personal time, get up earlier to do that for me. That's what responsibility is it's not that you are forced to do something against your will. It's because you want to share something beautiful of yourself with someone else. And that's what really being here on earth is about, not bickering and all this strife. And no, it should be about equality. We should all be the same as far as, you know, treatment, as far as, you know, what we can and can't do, or have and can't have, or be or can't be. We should all be equal. Human race, not colored race. Human race. Okay? However, you know, some of us, you know, we allow ourselves through maybe peer pressure or whatever to allow strife in our life. And that's not a good thing. So we do have to be careful. You are what you hang with. Always remember that. You are what you eat, and you are what you hang with. So whatever you ingest, good or bad, that's what your health is going to be like. Whoever you hang around with, good vibes, bad vibes, negative vibe, that's what you also become. So you have to be very guarded with yourself, because you're precious, and this is your temple, because you have a lot in this avatar. You have cells, you have your biology, you have your organs, you have your faculties, you have, you know, your nervous system, you have your bowels, you have your heart, your lungs, and your arms to hug people when they need it, or when you need it, or just to express love, right? So we have to, you know, be careful with who we let near us if their vibes are permanently negative. Now, if they're just having a hard time, we all have off days. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you know, you feel that, we call it in Spanish, sangre pesada. That means somebody's vibes are just like, oh, I can't stand you. Something about you just makes my energy just want to say, bye, Felicia. I don't want to be near you. Those are the people I'm talking about. But anyway, again, being long-winded, and I don't want to be, but I'm just, I'm so excited. And there's, you know, my best friend in the whole wide world, that I'd really like to share this news with, and I can't. However, I'm sharing it with my other friends on this channel, and I want you to know that you should never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. This happened as a fluke, if you want to call it that, but I don't believe in coincidences. My philosophy, my spiritual beliefs are that there are no coincidences, only synchronicities, and it was my time, and so it happened. It happened. And I'm really excited, and it's created a very different mindset and shift in my thought processes, or processes, if you want to pronunciate or enunciate that correctly. Never give up on your dream, especially one that you've worked so hard for, or one that you've put in so much effort to, or one that you've put in so much time or planning in. Never give up on that dream. Never. Never. Because if it's something that you're passionate about, then God will find a way. The universe will open those doors, and it may not come on the time that you want it, but it's going to come if it was meant to be. Some of us are hard heads, and at a young age, you want to manifest everything yesterday. And we need to be careful what we ask for sometimes, because I manifested a lot of people in my life that were horrible. They were beautiful veneers. Veneers. You know what a veneer is, right? When you get, your fake teeth, but they're beautiful. They're perfect. People don't even know that you have veneers unless you tell them. And so the people that I manifested at that time were veneers. On the outside, they looked great. They walked the walk. They told me what I needed to hear, or they thought I wanted to hear. And I took them at face value, because I'm a very open and trusting person. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because if it's a veneer, it's a veneer. How are you going to sell me an antique when it's a replication? It's a replica, and not even a good one. So buyer beware. Be careful who you share your life force with, because another series, Psychic Vampires. And I'm going to leave it at that, because this is becoming too long. And it takes me a long time to get this on. So not only do I chitter chatter for an hour, and then I end up my chitter chatter ends up having to, worry about, oh my gosh, I got to watch this to upload it correctly. So I'm going to share this song with you, because you already know I am a Spanish gypsy via my father's side of the family, and I'm proud to be Rom. I'm proud to have such a beautiful and colorful heritage, and I embrace everybody's culture. But it's really cool when you find out your culture, and you find out things that were hidden from you before, aspects that you didn't know about yourself. It's really cool. So I'm gonna leave you with this, and I'll play a little bit of this. Again, YouTube, not stealing. We're just vibing, we're getting the tune, because remember, just like the other video, we're playing, what's this song, right? That's all we're doing. So here we go.